you heard it for yourself. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff going on. Again, we have been working in the background. We're working on a new app development. We're working on nutrition challenge. We're working on all kinds of stuff. And then we as coaches have done everything on our side in terms of done the challenge, a shorter version of the challenge, but we've done the challenge. And then now we want to roll it out to you guys, give you guys the opportunity, all that kind of stuff. So if you have questions, put them into the chat. I'll do my best to answer them as I go along. Just kind of like, I'll just try to, make it smooth. Like there's no transition, no nothing. And I'll try to make it to where I answer your question. If not, then what we'll do is this will be recorded. We can answer questions. We can do all sorts of things, that kind of thing. But the goal is I've got a PowerPoint that I'm going to run through with you guys. Long story short, just so you guys know, I'm going to explain a whole bunch of stuff. And then if you guys want to join a challenge, QFit, AKA accountability, all that kind of stuff, then you have to set up a one-on-one meeting with one of your coaches, because this is going to be a lot more specific to just you as an individual, rather than kind of a broad-based QFit based off of if I'm 25 and need to lose 20 pounds compared to if I'm 45 and need to lose 10 pounds, whatever it might be. So everything's going to be a lot more individualized. Everything's going to be a lot more one-on-one. And then that's what's going to, really kind of dive into the details and make sure that you guys are getting the success that you guys are looking for. Okay. So we're going to kind of move into it. The moment that you guys have all been waiting for. I know. So we're just going to roll through this. So if you guys, again, put anything that you guys have questions, immediate questions in on the chat box, but we're just going to kind of roll through a PowerPoint. We've been developing a lot of things. We've been trying to work on a lot of things to do our best to try to make sure that you guys get the support and the accountability and the tools that you guys need to help you along your fitness journey. Okay. Joe's here. We're going to see if she stays here. She might not. Again, so biggest announcement. Again, for some of you guys, especially, I know, Joanne's on, that kind of thing. You've been with us for 5 years. You guys have seen different versions of different things. We've kind of revamped a lot of it, and we've tried to go a lot more in depth. And that's kind of what we're announcing for tonight. Okay. So for me, the biggest problem, and then again, some of you guys that have been with us for a long period of time, you guys recognize that you guys see faces in the gym, and then 6 months, 8 months, a year, whatever it might be, then those faces leave. And then it's not always because they're relocating or anything changed in life. It's just because on their journey, they decided that, it's time for me to move to something different, that kind of thing. So as a gym owner, it's frustrating. It's embarrassing. It's one of those things that you're trying to overcome the entire time, because as a gym, we want to build a community. We want to be the support. We want to make sure that we can help somebody that's been doing fitness for 3 years or 5 years, whatever it might be. But we also want to help somebody that's been, never done fitness and they're starting from the very beginning. So it's trying to find that balance between everybody. And that's kind of what we think that we found. We've tested it, and we know we found a much bigger improvement of what we've done in the past. Okay. So Haley and I have been doing this for over 8 years. We've trained, I would say, well over 5,000 clients. It's probably more, but Haley and I have 8 years of direct experience of doing this. I used to do personal training in the past. So if you don't know me as an individual, I've been in the fitness industry since I was about 20. So probably about 15 years of actual experience, but then it goes through the ebbs and flows of the type of experience, group fitness, one-on-one, that kind of thing. Okay. So 8 years, 5,000 clients. I don't know how many pounds, how many inches lost, how much body percent loss, all that kind of stuff. You guys probably have seen our wall in the gym, to where we have kind of our wall of fame, all kinds of before and afters, to where we had people that were, postpartum and then trying to get their body back. We've had people that, just, let themselves go, and then they wanted to get their body back, whatever it might be. Again, everybody's journey is completely different. And the goal for this and the new program, the new everything, is to try to meet you guys exactly where you're at, so that we can give you guys the best experience, and then obviously give you guys the best results every single time. So biggest problem is that even though we have 90% or more of all of these people that are actually successful, then they're gone. They hit their goal weight, and then they're like, all right, I don't need you anymore, or whatever it might be. And whatever their journey is, they, decide that they're going to try to do it either on their own or try a different, system, whatever it might be. So very few of them actually continue on with this fitness journey, which the hardest part for us is trainers and owners and all that kind of stuff is that we spend months and months to get somebody where they're at, and then they get to where they want to be, and then they kind of go out independent, and then obviously then they're like, all right, I learned everything, I'm good. And then the accountability portion is the hardest portion, because we know we should eat right, we know we should exercise, but then to physically do those two things, the accountability portion, which is why you guys get text messages and phone calls and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so they ended exactly where they were, to where they're upset and they're not happy with themselves. Okay, so that's kind of what we were doing. So with everything that we're trying to develop, commitment to you guys is that, again, this is going to be our most committed accountability challenge that we've run in the past. And I'm going to show you guys some things that show you how we're going to be more committed, because it's not easy for one trainer to try to take on 50 people and hold everybody accountable. It's going to be easier to have less people, which why there's going to be a limited amount of people that we take. And then also we have an app that we're working with right now, that we're designing out, and that is going to make my life way easier. And I'm going to show you, and it might scare you because you're actually going to have to pay attention. Right, Janine? Yep, there you go. Okay, so the goal is, again, everybody goes through these, like, I'm good, and then I'm bad, and then I'm good, and I'm good, so the goal is to, we don't want to go through these ebbs and flows as much anymore. We want to kind of have that consistent, like, balance. So we're trying not to go back. We don't want to have losing momentum, all that kind of stuff. We don't want to feel stuck. And then the way that you don't feel stuck is that you have somebody actually, like, kind of going into the details and making sure that you guys are doing it properly, and that you have somebody that can kind of self audit and go through and hold you accountable so that you're actually doing it the proper way. Okay. I know all of that sounds good, but until you see it, you're like, yeah, it sounds good. I've done this before. Everybody promised me everything. And then, your results may vary, yada, yada, yada. So everything that I'm telling you sounds good. I can tell you from a coach's challenge and from what we've developed, it is really that good because of everything like that technology has helped us out with and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so we did a bunch of research. I have been, if you don't know me personally and all that kind of stuff and how the gym developed, I have been a little bit more remote. And with me being more remote, I've tried to find ways to kind of keep my ticker on the gym a little bit better than I used to, because I was more face to face. And what we did is we hired a bunch of, again, we did app development, we did coaches development, we did all kinds of stuff. And we've hired a bunch of different people so that we can make the gym and your experience better than it's been in the past, just by utilizing new technology and the different things that we're going to go through. Okay. So this kid, I call him a kid. He graduated high school when he was like 15. And then he went into college. I think he graduated when he was 17. So he's done a lot of psychological work, and he's done a lot of things, and he's worked a lot with professional athletes to kind of design different programs, different, meal plans, all that kind of stuff, and then try to get the best results. All right. So just understanding the basics of human psychology, we realized that what we were doing is that we had a really good idea, because in the past, everything was like, all right, I'm going to sign up because I need somebody to help me reach my goals, which you can go to any gym and somebody's going to help you, reach your goals, or at least that's the intent. But everything adjusts over time, because if you were here 5 years ago, if you've been here 5 months, if you've been here 5 weeks, if you've been here 5 days, I have a child now, 3 days and 3 months and 3 years and 13 years is a completely different demand from the adults, the parents, all that kind of stuff. So our goal as us as fitness instructors, trainers, and trying to help you guys achieve what you guys want to achieve, we can't give you guys the same exact blanket meal plan, the blanket, everything that you guys are looking for, because some of you guys are just completely different stages of what you're looking for. And we try to do a good job in terms of modifications and progressions and pushing you guys and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, we've kind of needed a little bit more to kind of take that to the next level so everybody gets exactly what they're looking for. Okay. So same for us in our journey. We spent a few months now kind of going through and looking at different packages, all that kind of stuff, so that we can give you guys the support that you guys need. And the goal is, again, to build something out that's going to be more one-on-one than it's going to be group fitness. Okay. So we want you guys to stay on track. We want you guys to enjoy your goal, hit your goals, all that kind of stuff, and then enjoy the success and make it to where it's long lasting rather than just being something that you do for 4 weeks and then you guys are done. And then, 3 months later, we say, hey, we're going to do this again. And then you sign up again. Okay. So we want you guys to have the body of your dreams and then be comfortable in your body and then also enjoy your lifestyle outside of everything at the same exact time. Okay. So we've been doing this for about 6 months. We paid a company over $16,000 for us to train and kind of do this and go through all the programs. But we know at the end of the day that we're better at our jobs, we're more consistent, we can provide you guys a better customer service experience, then you guys are going to have more success. And then to the day, if you guys have more success, and you guys are going to be at the gym longer. And that's just kind of proven over the 8 years that we've been doing this. Okay. So we're pumped up. Basically, it's a 20-day accountability program. It's going to be something that we're going to run. It's going to start on September 20th. My mouse is not doing what I need it to do for me right now, so I'm getting a little frustrated, but September 20th is when it's going to start. And so that basically gives us 2 weeks from tomorrow when we're actually going to start the accountability program. Okay. If you guys have been with us for a while, it's going to be a very similar food list, except we're not going to have quantities and portions and all that kind of stuff. Everything's going to be much more individualized for you as a person so that you guys know exactly what your macros are going to be. We're going to track your calories. We're going to adjust things. We're going to kind of like move through, and you guys are going to have bi-weekly meetings with coaches so that we're really kind of like staying on top of everything, being on the same page. Okay. There's going to be a baking guide so that you guys are going to be able to, I know Haley loves to do like protein balls and different things so that they can knock out snacks, meal prep to where it's going to be something that like, I'm simple. I like to do the same thing every day, but if you guys want to have some, change in your life and different lunches, all that kind of stuff, it's all in there. Sauces, seasonings, all that kind of stuff. This is something that a lot of people struggle with because they love chicken and they love rice and they love broccoli, but then they're like, all right, well, all right. I think I got kicked off. I think that we are back.
You're back.
Again.
There's no place like Panera. Enjoy the toasty, saucy Chipotle chicken avocado.
I don't know why my damn mouse doesn't work.
See everything?
Everybody's good. Can you see everything?
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Just make yourself host. I don't know if that's
Yes.
because I don't see you. I see everyone else. Yeah.
I see
Try
you,
it.
Brian.
It's not. Let me see.
I see Brian.
Well, Sasha, you just like to see me, so that's how that life works. All right. So share screen. Can everybody see the PowerPoint?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
I'm gonna mute everybody again. Okay. So hope all is well and that you guys can see this. I apologize. I'm not going to say this. I will say this just to give AP a little bit of credit. Me and Apple are not on friendly terms right now. His Android might have done better, but we're going to just kind of take that with a grain of salt. So we're going to do tips and tricks. The biggest thing, like I said, we talked about, we're going to do one-on-one accountability coaching. And this is something that, again, we're trying to elevate our levels of what we're going to provide. And then we have all these new tools that we're going to use to do it. All right. Come on. There we go. Okay. So we're trying to customize the nutrition journey. So it's not like the plan, it's your plan. So this is something that we're not trying to make to where it's like, again, big blanket. We're trying to make it to where it's like, all right, we're going to do one-on-one and we're going to really try to track everything on that standpoint. Okay. This is limited. We can't do like full speed. Everybody can do this because if we try to have, I think our biggest UFIT was 140 people, and with 140 people and 4 or 5 coaches, there's just no way that we can do it. So we're limiting this to 50 people because it's our rollout program and we're going to make sure everybody has a really good experience, that kind of thing. Okay. So typically our goal right now is to try to have 12 to 15 people for every one coach. And that's the goal, just so that we can provide you guys with better customer service to where you guys are getting that one-on-one, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So we can't take 100%, yada, yada, yada. So the challenge, again, a lot of you guys have seen this before. It's a little revamped because the fonts are different and the colors are a little bit more enhanced, but more than that, again, you guys are going to get a recipe guide. You guys are going to get everything. So we're going to make it more of a personal coaching style. We're going to meet with you guys so that we can understand your macros, your caloric intake. So we're physically going to have you guys do an in-body scan. The in-body scan is going to tell us your lean body mass. And then based off of lean body mass, that's going to tell us how many calories you should intake on a daily basis, all that kind of stuff. So trying to make it look nicer, but we'll see. I know that makes it look nicer, but it makes it harder on my end. Okay. So we're going to meet with you at least 2 times throughout throughout the 28-day challenge. That's going to be personalized with a coach. And then we'll throw you guys into a Facebook page as well. That's going to help you at least if you guys need assistance. It's going to be a lot more of an immediate response, and that's going to give you guys the opportunity for that. The coaches are typically going to check everything that's going to be in the morning, and then they're going to check in the evening. The app that we have, you guys can direct message your coach, and then we're going to also throw you into groups. So you guys can also message into the groups, that kind of thing. I know GroupMe and some of the challenges we did in the past are super overwhelming because you're getting messages and alerts and notifications all freaking day long. And some people love that. Some people are like, just shut my phone off, let me do my program, and then let me be fine. And I just want one-on-one with my coach. So we're going to try to find the blend between the two of those things. So you have the best of both worlds. So if you want the group community, you're going to get it. But more than importantly, everybody needs the one-on-one, and that's what we're going to guarantee at the same exact time. Okay. So all of that is typically, if you put everything between a nutritional consultation and the meal plans and all that kind of stuff, is roughly $900. Okay. Nobody's going to pay $900 for all this kind of stuff. I mean, you could, and most people, we've done challenges and all that kind of stuff in the past. And I know, depending on where you're at with the gym, we've done 5-week, 6-week challenges for $500. And people would say that at the end of it, they probably would have paid at least the $500, if not double that, if they were going to get the, results and everything that they got prior to knowing what they were actually getting themselves into. And a lot of that is something that is a financial commitment, and it's not necessarily, I don't want to say it's not a financial commitment. It's a commitment to yourself. Because we've done this for free before, we've done this for $1 before, we've done this for, all that kind of stuff. So the more that somebody pays, the more that somebody pays attention. And what I mean by that is, if you have, I don't have a pair, but if you have a pair of red bottom shoes, I don't even know how much those cost. If you have a pair of red bottoms, you're going to take better care of them than you would a pair of TJ Maxx sandals or whatever it might be. So I don't know from an analogy standpoint what that means to you. It might be a nice pair of shorts. It might be a nice watch. It might be a nice pair of sunglasses, but everybody has their little kind of thing that they intrinsically value that's a little bit more expensive, even though they can get the same function out of something different. Okay. So we kind of went through a bunch of different things. What I want you guys to look at more than anything is that we're going to do the accountability. We're going to do all that kind of stuff. And that's going to be what's called Trainerize. So I believe I am still screen sharing. I'm hoping that Jamie is going to text me if I'm not still screen sharing, because she's my.
You're still sharing.
Okay. So this is Trainerize. This is going to be something where if you guys decide that you guys want to do the actual program, then this is something that you're going to get plugged into. You're going to get a coach assigned to yourself. You are going to get your meal plan assigned to yourself. And there's a lot of things that we can do from an individual standpoint. Okay. So we started this about 10 days ago, perhaps, or maybe. And then this would be all of my clients. So you would actually get assigned to a coach or a trainer.
We don't see it.
You can't see it?
No, just the slide where it says, but wait, there's more.
Thank you, ma'am. Google Chrome.
There you
go. Okay. So this is, from me, is like a trainer standpoint. I can log in and I can basically watch everybody that is in the program. So good thing for me is that from an upper level standpoint, I can assign trainers to have clients. So I can look at all of AP's clients. I can look at all of Jamie's clients. I can look at all of Haley's clients. And then what I can do is I can see basically what is going to be your, excuse me, your ability to basically like, there's certain parameters that I can set. So like we can look at Jamie and see where she's been at. Let me move this. So she's 25% of her through her program. She has a tag over here, which is basically saying like she has low nutrition compliance, low workout compliance, and not responded daily. So shame on you, Jamie. I gave all of them like a 72-hour window to where they didn't have to worry about this. But from a coach's standpoint, and this is going to be something I said when we talked about individualizing everything and then making it to where it's going to be a lot more towards you. This is going to be her daily task list. So if she logs into this on her phone, she knows that on Mile Monday, she's supposed to run a mile. On Mondays, we have to take progress photos because there's before and afters, all that kind of stuff. And then on Mondays, she also has to track her body stats. So we have to weigh in. We have to make sure that we look at her body fat percentage. And then we can do individualized things, which this was just more for fun. Hey, Jamie actually likes to eat vegetables. So this would be something that you'd have to put on my thing because I'm not a big veggie guy. All right. If you guys look at it, she's at a 1,600 calorie a day goal, 160 grams of protein, 120 grams of carbs, and then 53 grams of fat. So I'll show you guys something from last week when she was we were being a lot more accountable. You can notice that she completed her CrossFit workout or her HIIT workout. She ate all of her vegetables. She was in compliance with her calories, her protein, her carbs, but she missed on her fat. Okay. So what we do is we use MyFitnessPal and we sync MyFitnessPal into this program. And then what I can do from a coach's standpoint, and I don't want to say me, but AP, Jamie, myself, Haley, any of the coaches that are going to be your trainers, they can physically log in at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and then be like, Janine, you didn't eat your damn breakfast. Like, why have you not eaten today? And we can send you a message because you didn't do what you were supposed to do for the day, based off of the time of the day. So we can literally look live stream and force you guys to do your MyFitnessPal so that we can make sure that you guys are actually hitting your macros, hitting your calories, hitting, all that kind of stuff. We can also, damn thing. Okay, so we can also, and again, this is my dashboard. It's not going to be your dashboard. We can look at body weight. We can look at your caloric intake. I can look at a basic graph and see where you're trending with everything, all that kind of stuff. From a coach's standpoint, I can look at your nutrition and basically look at, like from a client standpoint and say who's in compliance. And I can literally set your caloric intake. So when you guys, if you guys decide that you guys are actually going to do this, then what we're going to do is we're going to do a body scale or a body in body. We're going to get your current weight. We're going to get your target weight. We're going to set you goals for your weight. We're going to have daily nutrition. I can literally come in here and say, okay, we're going to change this to 1,400 calories per day. And then I want a 10% compliance rate so that I can ask you to be within 140 calories, 10% of 1,400 of everything. And then I can get everything tracked in on MyFitnessPal. So I can literally on a daily basis, I can just look at a dashboard and then I can see what your weight is tracking because I can ask all of my clients to log in on Mondays and weigh in. I can ask them to weigh on Tuesdays and weigh in. So I can physically look at your current body fat percentage, your current weight, your current everything. I can see whether or not you're actually hitting your nutrition goals based off your caloric intake. And then I can literally look at how many times you're exercising as much as I've asked you to exercise. Okay. So that's the program that we're running and that we're introducing to you guys so that we can physically, from a coach's standpoint, we can really dive in and be like, all right, listen, you weigh 130 pounds, you have 110 pounds of lean body mass. We know that you're going to burn 107 or 1,700 calories per day, plus workouts at a deficit. This is what we want you to eat. And then we're going to be able to track it remotely so that we can make sure that you guys are actually hitting your goals. Okay. So that's kind of the biggest accountability piece that we are using. And again, that's kind of what we're looking at in terms of when we talk about accountability. It's probably worth way more than $900 to have that in terms of having your coaches. If you need to message somebody, we're going to message you. Your Mile Monday, all of those things are going to be automatically populated because you guys are going to log into an app and it's basically going to give you reminders on a daily basis of what you guys have to do. Okay. So that's where we're saying your macros, everything about your caloric intake is going to be based off of your body weight, what we're looking to gain, all of that kind of stuff. And then a lot of this, the science behind it is to make sure that you're losing weight, but you're also not losing muscle at the same time. Anytime you go into like super strict fat loss nutrition, then you're going to typically lose muscle. But the goal is to obviously try to balance out the two of them. Okay. So that's literally the best thing that we've ever done. So if you guys have been with us for a while, you've done HuFit, then you're like, okay, cool. I get, like a basic blanket meal plan. If you've never done HuFit with us before, then this is all like crazy to you. And then if you have done HuFit, this is literally the best thing. I think I spelled offered wrong there, so I'm just going to change the page. This is literally like the most detailed service that we can give you guys in terms of personalized one-on-one. And then you're literally going to have a coach that's going to be assessing your nutrition, your caloric intake, all that kind of stuff on a daily basis. Okay. Obviously you're going to be like, oh my God, this is amazing. But it's one of those things that like, if all this program did was help you lose weight before the holidays, because obviously, we're 2 months away from that 2 month sprint of let's just see how many calories we can put in. The goal is going to be for us to try to develop a lot of habits so that when we get to the holidays that we're doing really well, everything's on track, and you have somebody to hold you accountable. Okay. And then literally just try to like understand macros, which we've kind of talked about in the past, but we've never really like dove in towards like, hey, we need to make sure we hit these percentages, this much caloric intake, all that kind of stuff based off of how much you weigh, how much muscle's on your body. Okay. So give you one-on-one support and accountability at all of the things. Okay. So if we did just one of those things, like, would it be worth $900? And again, I'll go back to the fact we've done a lot of challenges in the past. And there's people on the call right now that would literally say like, hey, I paid $500 for a 6-week program and I would do it again if I knew that I was going to accomplish what I could accomplish within 6 weeks, because most of us don't have the faith in themselves. So sometimes spending a little bit more money actually helps us commit to ourselves and commit to actually doing the process. Okay. So we debated, and I'm not lying when I say this, we were like, HuFit used to be $50. Will we pay for this? Yada, yada, yada. It's going to introduce this whole new thing, yada, yada, yada. So if we did 50% of the 900, it'd be 450. If we did 50% of that, it would be 225. So now we're like, all right, 225, is that enough for people to actually be like, all right, for $225, would I actually do the program and stick to it? Because I'm guilty myself. Most of us have done HuFit, or at least half of us probably have done HuFit. And we're literally like, on day one, we're like a 10 out of 10, super motivated. We're ready to go. On day 15, we're like a 5 out of 10, and we just won't raise our hand and commit to it. But we're kind of like checked out and we're not there anymore. Some of us maintain the 10 out of 10. Some of us drop to a 7, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So we're like, all right, well, what if we just paid $112? Do you think that people would actually try for $112? But after actually debating all that kind of stuff, and we're trying to get you guys to buy into yourselves, but also make it to where it's affordable and like accessible to everybody, we're doing this for $75. Okay. So you can do all of it for $75 up front. You guys can do 3 payments of $25, completely up to you. That's basically like 3 Friday night happy hours, depending on your personality, all that kind of stuff. So $75. Okay. Yes. Mind blown. It's like, for what we're going to actually provide to you guys for $75, it's a no brainer. All right. So why would we actually do that? At the end of the day, the fitness industry has not been the easiest industry to be in for the last 18 months, which apparently was 2 weeks, and now is a little bit longer. But we've had so many clients that have just been super supportive. We've been through a roller coaster over the course of the last 18 months, and we're trying to do everything that we can to get to the gym where it used to be and get you guys where you guys want to be, because I don't care if it's the gym industry or the restaurant industry or the whatever. Everybody's had their ups and downs over the course of 18 months, and most of us need a little bit more consistency and somebody to hold them accountable over the course of the next, even if it's 4 weeks or whatever it is. Okay. So you stuck with us. We want to make sure that we are doing as much as we can to have you guys stick with us from, here on out, because as much as I could tell you, there's no way I could ever say it, but like, as much as you guys have been, good to us in the past in terms of you know, just clients and this and that, you know, we appreciate it. Want to make sure that you guys are taken care of. So we want to do this for you guys at a very discounted rate. Okay. So also, if we can run this program and do a really good job with it, then we know that you're going to want to stay. And then obviously you're going to try to bring friends. And then we can do this for people as they income. So rather than just coming in and saying like, all right, I want to work out, we can throw them into this program, track them on a daily basis, and give them an accountability coach so that they can do it from day one, rather than exercising and wanting a little bit more and then getting this program introduced to you. Okay. Believe it or not, we have over 300 clients at the gym right now. We're only taking 50 people at the challenge. Okay. So that's typically like basically 1 in 6 of you right now are going to actually get into the challenge. And it's not because we don't want all of you. It's because if we took 140 of you, like I said earlier, then the customer service goes down, the accountability goes down, your success goes down, and the program's not really what it actually was built for. Excuse me. Okay. So if you don't get in, then don't yell at us, even though we kind of yell at you at sometimes or all the time, but please don't yell at us. We're just doing this to make sure that everybody gets a good experience, good accountability, and then good customer service. Okay. So $75 if you guys want to do it. If you want to do the QFit 28 day accountability program, whatever it is, it's a $75 fee. You can pay it in payments, or you can just pay it all up front. You have to book a one-on-one nutritional meeting. And then once the spots fill up, then the spots fill up and there's nothing I can do for you. So, okay. So we can either do the meeting Zoom or we can do them in person. It's completely up to you. But it's something that you guys physically have to book. I'm going to post the link in the chat right now so that you guys can actually book it. And literally once we're booked up, then there's nothing we can do and that's it. I will give you the link in just a moment. Again, me and Apple are not being best friends right now. Okay, so 50 spots, gone. I'm sorry, no exceptions. We don't want to give a bad customer service experience just because of that. Okay, so I'm going to post everything in the chat right now so that you guys can click on the link in the chat. You guys can book your thing. Again, it does not have to be in person. It's something that we can do in Zoom. But what we do need you guys to do is when you guys click the link, there's going to be an option to either do it in person or in Zoom. And we just need to know that ahead of time so that we can get everything set up and make sure somebody's there for you. Okay. If you guys want to sign up and for whatever reason, then no. So Katie, if you just click on the link in the chat, then you can sign up for the one-on-one challenge, and then you can go from there to actually get signed up for everything. Okay. Let me see. Grab spot. Pumped. I know you guys, a lot of you guys saw the coaches challenge. You can't see the results of the coaches challenge, even though we gave you some little teasers, until you actually sign up. But I want to say we lost close to 40 pounds, maybe a little bit more between all the coaches within 3 weeks. So on average, we were losing close to 10 pounds in 3 weeks, which obviously then if you just do the math and you work out a 28-day program, then you can expect a little bit more. So I'm going to hang out for a couple minutes just to make sure that everything's done. If you guys do the one-on-one meeting, because I know some of you guys are booking right now, if you guys decide that you guys want to do the one-on meeting, all that kind of stuff, we need to know when you guys go into the one-on-one meeting, what your current weight is, what your actual goal weight is, so that we kind of have some sort of relevance of what we're trying to achieve in a 4-week period. If you have a larger than 28-day goal, completely fine. Make sure that you guys communicate that to your coaches as well. So for example, if you want to lose 30 pounds, odds are 28 days, it's not going to happen. Maybe that's a 60-day goal. Maybe that's a 90-day goal, that kind of thing. We'll start and we'll kick you guys off with the 28-day program, but then we can also work through it and go past the 28 days so that you guys are actually achieving the goal that you want to achieve, not necessarily the goal that we're trying to achieve in a short window of time. Okay. So prior to you guys actually setting up your one-on, not prior to setting it up, prior to actually showing up and being present to your one-on-one meeting, you guys need to download MyFitnessPal. You guys need to know what your goals are. If you can, do an in-body scan so that we know our starting point, and then literally just like get ready, because this is going to be something that You're going to have more accountability that you've typically had in the past. So if you're not mentally ready, then you're obviously going to have less success. But that's something that I can tell you as much as possible to kind of get ready for it. But if not, then you're going to have less success going through it. Okay. So I'm basically going to hang out for the next 2 to 3 minutes and make sure that you guys have everything that you guys need. But technically, you guys should be to a point where you guys are able to sign up to the Acuity meeting. If you guys are out of town, then that is completely fine. Like, I can do all of this remote. This is something that we can send you at home workouts. We can track it. All it is an app on your phone that you log into. I want to make sure that you guys are working out. You guys are hitting your nutrition, your macros. You guys are going to be doing progress pictures. You're going to be weighing in, all of those different things. So that's everything that we can either do this in the gym. We can do this out of the gym. It does not matter. But if you guys are interested and you want to learn more about everything and all the details, then make sure that you guys have an appointment so that you guys can learn more about it. The actual start date for the actual challenge is going to be September 20th. So again, that is 2 weeks from today. So we'll basically have the next 2 weeks where we're going to try to get everybody set up. It's not going to be this last minute thing where everybody's like, yeah, I want to sign up, and it's Monday, the day of. This is going to be something where it's like, hey, listen, like, if you're serious about this, I need you to weigh in. I need to know your goals. I got to get you set up on this new app. I got to set your goals. I got to set your program. I got to do everything. So we can't last minute half-ass go into it on Monday, the 20th. We've got to know what you want to achieve before that so that we can get you set up with the right program, and then we can customize everything to you prior to that. Again, because this is not a blanket thing. This is something that we're going to be doing very individualized. So if you guys are interested in it, then make sure that you guys sign up prior so that we can get you guys a one-on-one accountability consultation, get everything set up so that come Monday the 20th that we are ready to rock and roll, where, you know, everybody's set up. I can get the tech side of everything set up, and then we can get everything done. Okay. I don't have a lot of questions. I've been trying to answer them as we've gone along. I hope that you guys are pumped about it. Again, I know we threw out some teasers. Jamie doesn't like the credit, but Jamie was the teaser. And literally in 12 days, you could see a completely different, like, you know, I don't know, body. But in 12 days, you could look at her on one side and look on the other and be like, damn, all right, you got it, girl. You know, so not trying to be weird. But one of those things that, again, you can see the proof in the pudding, and it's one of those things that we did as a coach's challenge. Most of you guys have been with us for quite some time now. And you can literally see that there's just been a huge difference between some of the coaches and escalated level of accountability. And it's something that we're super excited about. So if you guys would like to, again, sign up, the things in the chat box. And then if you have any more questions, anything like that, then I'll answer them either on side note, or we can do it right now. And Tia, you have a question. So if you want to shoot, you can shoot or text it.
Okay, I'll just talk. My question was, I know you guys have been obviously hashtagging Prestige Labs and stuff. So are supplements a part of this, which would be different, obviously, than other HUFITs?
So it's not a requirement. It's one of those things where I always like to ask the question, how much and how fast? So how much weight do you want to lose and how fast do you want to lose it? So we've spent a lot of time with a supplement company. Some of that we'll kind of dive into as part of the one-on-one. It is not required to do HUFIT by any means, but it's just something that for a lot of people, if you have a little bit more of a regimen and program, you're going to try a lot harder, you're going to buy into it, all that kind of thing.
Sure.
If you guys have looked at Prestige Labs, you know that you've seen the website, that kind of thing. I will say that we are a certified vendor through them. So all of the pricing that you guys might see online is going to be drastically reduced on what we can sell it through the gym, just because we're certified wholesalers through them.
Okay, awesome. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. I always like to say this because it makes me feel good, but either I did a really good job or you guys are really shy about actually asking questions. So I'm just going to.
All right. Hey, Brian, I have a question.
Oh, shit. Okay, go ahead.
Ooh. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. So is this going to be a rolling thing, or is it just a set 4 weeks from the 20th on?
So we're gonna basically,
Meaning like,
Yep. So everything's gonna be a 28-day jumpstart for everybody. And then we're basically gonna have an option to where if you wanna roll into and do some long-term goals and you guys wanna work on it from an individual standpoint outside of the 28 days, we're gonna have that available to you after the program. But we're gonna kind of jumpstart everything with the 28-day challenge. And then, as I said, we want you to develop your own goals, where you wanna be. It doesn't have to be 28 days from now. It could be 90 days from now or 180 days from now. But we want you guys to really start to develop where you wanna be and what's gonna make you happy. And then we're going to try to tailor the program towards you. So for a lot of people, it's going to be a 28-day window. Probably for 20% of people, it's going to be outside of a 28-day window. And we're going to look at a more bigger window of what we're going to try to achieve and not necessarily make it to where it's this confined 4-week done and gone back into the ebb and flow of, all right, now I'm on day 29 and I'm pasta drunk and loving life. And then day 30 and day 32, I'm like, shit, I should fit again, type of thing. So we're gonna, again, the jump start is for everybody to tackle it at the same time so that we can do it as a team, do it together. But then if you're trying to accomplish something that's gonna be a little more long-term, then that we're gonna be able to offer the same app, program, everything like that long-term so that we can get everybody the same. Again, a 3-year-old and a 13-year-old have different goals. So we wanna make sure that we can accommodate everybody. Because I had a 3-month-old, and when she was 3 days old, complete tar poops and weird things at 3 days old. I think question. If you sign up for the consultation, I believe you get an email, but I have a calendar that I can look at. That was a question that was provided by somebody else. So if you sign up for the consultation, you should get a confirmation email. You'll also get a confirmation text from us to make sure that you're actually going to be at the consultation prior to. But make sure that you guys sign up for the consultation, because we're literally we've done 140 people on HuFit and we can't give you the customer service that you guys need and wish for. So we'd rather do it with a limited amount of people so that we can make sure that you guys get the actual customer service that you guys are seeking. And then at the end of the day, most of us need.
Hey, Brian.
Brian, I've got 3
Can you hear me?
trying
Okay.
to talk. All right, Antoinette, we're gonna go with you first.
Honestly had to step away from my phone. I am at work. And I heard the gist of the most of everything. Is there gonna be a place that we can watch the recording back over again so I can fill myself in without making you repeat everything that you've already told everyone probably?
Yep, we're gonna post all of this in our normal Facebook meeting. And then if more than anything, if you kind of know that you're ready to do it, if you're looking at the chat, then you can just sign up for an appointment and get more individualized one-on-one consultation, kind of go through it real quickly if you need to, and then sign up through there. So you can watch it and then do it, or you can, because spots are going to be limited, you can just sign up right now and then know that there's going to be a couple questions and we're fine with that.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, Fernanda's next on the list.
Let me ask you, this product like Prestige Labs, you're gonna bring inside the gym, we can buy there, or it's gonna be a code?
I'm sorry?
You're gonna bring all this product inside the gym and we can buy there, or you're gonna have a link or a code for us to buy online?
We buy it through the gym and then it gets directly shipped to your house.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yep. Rebecca?
Hey, I was wondering, are we, it sounds horrible, but it sounds really bad. But I mean, if you wanted two certain coaches to choose from, is that possible?
You can make a request, but I can't guarantee it.
Perfect. How do you do that? I guess I'll just let you know tomorrow.
You can just text us. Nobody can see you, so we don't know who you are. And I know who you are, but nobody else can judge you.
Well, you can probably guess who I want. So there you go.
So yeah, you can make a request, but again, at the end of the day, everything's going to be top level down, so I can see everything on a daily basis.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you. I already signed up and everything.
Okay.
All right,
guys.
thank you.
I don't see little many questions or anything like that. If you do have questions, text us. I'll kind of have the gym phone up for the next 30 minutes or so, that kind of thing, and answer any questions that I can. We're super excited. Again, September 20th. This is something that's completely revamped, redone, all that kind of stuff, much more personalized. We had awesome results from the coaches challenge, and that's one of those things that we did in 3 weeks. This is going to be longer, and then hopefully we expect that you guys will maintain that, and that you guys can also share the same success that we did, because it was hands down better than our normal QFit. We just tweaked some things and then did it a lot more personalized. So that's what we're trying to provide for you guys. So I'll shut up, because if I ramble, then Haley might smack me in the back of the head or throw something at me, and we got to be up for work in the morning. Okay.
Sounds
Good night.
good.
Thank you.
All right, guys, enjoy your evening. We love you. Thank you for everything, and we'll see you in the gym.
Thank you.
See you
Thank you.
mañana.
Bye.
That means tomorrow, Jamie, if you didn't know. Ken, don't shake your head at me.